is Greek mythology or culture? You'll find out in this video. I am Caitlin Baritugo, a student at Colegio San Agustin, Binyan. And you might be wondering, what is mythology? Well, mythology is broadly defined as a collection of myths, tales, and legends belonging to a particular culture. Myths traditionally revolve around stories about gods or goddesses, kings, and heroes, and are passed down from generations to generations, being portrayed in various ways from stories, poems, paintings, architecture, and many more. The Greeks has one of the most celebrated mythologies. They believe that gods and goddesses have control in every part of a person's life. Most popular works include Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, such classics that introduced us to the gods of Mount Olympus and the gods being called Olympians. I have always found Greek mythology very fascinating and quite interesting. The idea of gods and goddesses being present amongst us mortals and affecting our every move. Even have emotions like us is a wonder of fairy tales. It is both romantic and idealist. My first encounter with the Greek stories of legends came from various Disney movies. Top of mind is the movie Hercules, introducing to us a baby born to Zeus, god of the sky and rain, and Athena, goddess of marriage and childbirth, who was thrown to earth by a jealous god Hades and god of the underworld. Thus, Hercules was raised by mortals and only discovered his real identity with the help of his trainer Phil, a fawn which is a half-goat, half-human creature, his winged horse Pegasus, and his mortal love, Meg. A side note, did you know that we Filipinos also have our own mythology? Zeus and Athena have equivalent names. They are known in Filipino mythology as the god Bathala and goddess Janmasalanta. They are the first family in our own Filipino culture. Our Filipino equivalent of fawns or Phil are known as tikbalangs, or the half-horse, half-human creatures during our undas or Halloween scary antics. Cool, right? Anyway, back to our Greek mythology. These stories of legends of gods coming to the world of mortals have been popular from generations because, one, they show that gods, albeit immortals, and have the power to control just about anything, from wind and thunder to water and sea to the ability to love and hate, are not perfect at all. They are also capable to human emotions and error. Our Disney story of Hercules, or even the modern Marvel hero Thor, and DC Comics Aquaman, and all other movies and books that refer to the Greek gods and goddesses have continued to inspire our generation because of its colorful morals behind the stories that invoke all sorts of emotions from us. But these modern influencers of the Greek mythology is, I think, nothing compared to how the original classics have influenced our understanding of mythology. The second example why Greek mythology is popular is that the poems and stories created by mortal philosophers like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and Homer have been part of generations of studies in philosophy, arts, and literature. Hateful to me as the gates of Hades is that man who hides one thing in his heart and speaks another. This is a famous excerpt from the Iliad of Homer, describing in a literary prose the double-faced, deceitful, and hypocritical man. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. on the other hand, is a famous line from the Greek philosopher Socrates, who was the teacher of other known Greek philosophers, Plato and Aristotle. This shows that even at the time of Socrates in 426 BC, the idea that rumor mongering or gossiping is deemed shallow and irresponsible. These are just two of the many other influences of the Greek culture and the myth that drives it. In our modern times, Greek culture and mythology still drives empathy and inclusivity. The morals and values that each of the stories of these legends bring us show how compassion, love, sense of belonging, and protecting others are key to living life and living well. This is why stories of heroism, of triumph over evil, and of powerful gods defending us mortals have continued to have a huge impact on us. Books and poems about these legends, or movies and plays that tell the story of gods, continue to affect us. In closing, I believe that the Greek mythology or culture is a great guide for everyone looking for answers to everyday situations or emotions. The poems created by their philosophers, no matter how ancient it was, still connects to our times today. The stories of legends and heroes, though recreated mostly by digital technologies, continue to inspire us and remind us of our sense of compassion and our desire to be good. Lastly, culture such as this can only survive if young generation like us continue to appreciate it and find value to it in our daily lives. My name is Caitlin Isabel Barituga of Grade 10 St. Servus, and as Aristotle once said, quality is not an act, it is a habit. Thanks for watching.